Hello, let's revisit the book and DVD example. So student goes to the library, B is the event that the student checks out a book, D, the student checks out a DVD, P of V is 0.4, P of D is 0.3, and P of D given B equals 0.5. Alright, we want to find P of B prime. So the probability of a complement is 1 minus the probability of the event. So it's going to be 1 minus 0.4, which is 0.6. Part B, P of D and B is equal to, let's do P of D given B is equal to P of D and B divided by P of B. So P of D and B is equal to P of D given B times P of B. So this is 0.5 and this is 0.4, so it's going to be 0.2. I see. P of B given D is P of B and D divided by P of D. We just found out that P of B and D is 0.2 and P of D is 0.3, so this is 2/3. Alright, P of D and B prime. Right, this is alright, so let's look at part D. So D says find probability of D and B prime. Alright, now what we need to use here is that probability of D and B plus the probability of D and B prime is equal to the probability of D. Right, so basically probability of D and B happening plus the probability of B and D not happening is just the probability of D happening. Alright, so we can solve for this. So we know probability of D and B is 0.2 plus probability of D and B prime is equal to the probability of D, which is 0.3. So the probability of D and B prime happening is 0.3 minus 0.2, which is 0.1. Alright, so the last question is find the probability of D given B prime. We use the formula. This is the probability of D and B prime divided by the probability of B prime, which is equal to 0.1 from above, and probability of B prime is 0.6. So this is 1/6, which is 0.167. Alright, that's it.